I saw the Los Angeles Chargers with my own two eyes in Brazil, and this is a team that led the league in scoring defense last year, and now they have an offense to support it with a lot more points. And I know last night they didn't put up more than 20. I get it. They don't need to. Not to go all Brian Kelly on you, but you play the game to win the game. Which is, again, more verbose. You know, I mean, Herm was a little bit more economical in his words.
Right. Herm was ahead of his time.
But that's why Jim kicked a field goal to go up 20-6 on the 1 yard line. Because I got a team that's going to be in Gino's grill all night and create the issues for the Raiders on offense that will get us the ball back. And I got Justin Herbert throwing it around. I mean, listen, this guy's unlocked.
Yeah.
Ooh, and I'm saying this because I know he came into this year with the most passing yards of anybody in the first 5 years of their career. And he had 4,000 yards in his rookie season, or his first year there, 5,000 yards and 4,000 yards, and hasn't thrown for 4,000 yards since in 2 years. And now here's his extension. Yep. Starts right now. This is the year his extension kicks in, where he's costs a lot more. And Jim has got this guy unlocked in a way where he's better than the years when he was throwing for 4,000 yards and 5,000 yards. And I don't know what his final number is going to be this year, but if Quentin Johnston is going to squeeze it rather than drop it,
yep,
and Keenan Allen is back now.
Dude, Keenan Allen looks rejuvenated.
And Ladidi McConaughey. I looked at the Texans' 20-point loss to the Texans, the Chargers' 20-point loss to the Texans in last year's playoffs. He had Ladidi, who, by the way, set the record for most passing yards, receiving yards in a game, in a playoff game by a rookie with 197.
Ladidi McConaughey.
But the other guys he was targeting were Will Dissly, Tucker Fisk, DJ Chark, Darius Davis, who's still on the team. Quentin Johnston got 5 targets, 0 catches. That wouldn't happen this year, the way I'm seeing the first 2 weeks. And the running back room, with all due respect to J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards, Omarion Hampton and Najee Harris haven't been unlocked yet either. And they're 2-0, and they are killing people on defense. The defensive staff that I was speaking to, they weren't talking about Khalil Mack. Of course they talk about Derwin James because he's all world. But this Deion Henley, that's who they were talking about. Number 0 on your program.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Is he everywhere in Brazil? And last night he was questionable due to an illness. If he's sick, he plays like Jordan when he's sick. He became the first Chargers player to record 10 or more tackles, 1 or more sacks, and 1 or more interceptions in a game since Rodney Harrison in 2000. So if he's playing like Rodney Harrison, and Derwin James isn't the guy playing like Rodney Harrison, and they have a pass rush, and they've got corners that are going to hit you.
They win the West?
Right now, Mike, they are
going to Super Bowl.
2.5 up on the Chiefs.
Yeah.
They're 1.5 up on the Raiders, including a win in Vegas. And next week, they've got the Broncos in their house for their season opener at home, and they could be up on the Broncos plus as well by 2.5 games. And if the Raiders lose to the Commanders while the Chargers beat the Broncos, and the Chiefs, even if they win, they'd be up 2.5 on everybody in their division.
Yeah.
But that defense, man. Jim Harbaugh was going on and on and on about it to the point it is this edition of the Harbaugh Files.
Sometimes people that are standing on third base think they hit a triple, but they didn't.
The Harbaugh Files.
Great road win, division game, real blue-collar game. I thought the special teams played winning football, offense played winning football, and the defense, guardians of victory today. I mean, they had our back, our front, our side, and it was just a tremendous defensive performance. The turnovers, 3 interceptions, the 4th down stops, Derwin, Deion Henley, I mean, true, playing with a fever, and Deshaun Hand, Tier Tart, D-Jack, Tarheeb Still. I mean, every single name you could go through. Tony Jefferson, just incredible. Defense was, thank goodness for defense. They were the guardians of victory today.
The Harbaugh Files.
I might have to rename my fantasy team.
Guardians of Victory.
Hell yeah.
I got a fever,
Hell
and the
yeah.
only prescription
Yeah,
is
you
more
know,
Harbaugh. More Harbaugh.
That's a good one.
It's got a fever.
Guardians of Victory.
Now they're going to show it with cowbells now? Hey, man.
Need more cowbell.
I know you were saying, again, Chris, an overreaction Monday. Are they the second best team in the AFC? And you're giving the tip of the cap respectfully to the Bills. I understand what you're doing. But first things first, the Bills look, they've already wrapped up the AFC East. And out of respect to everybody else in division, because it's loaded in the AFC West, you can't say that. But the Chargers can take a very firm early season grip on their division if they can beat the Broncos at home on Sunday. And they are playing lights out, and Justin Herbert is playing like an MVP quarterback. He is unlocked, and their weapons around him are so much better. And now they're able to lose an all-world, all-pro left tackle who they make the most rich player at the position in the NFL and tell Joe Alt, you go there, and Herbert is unmarked because of Alt's protection. Unreal. You have to give it up to the Los Angeles Chargers, who are playing stout foot. What would you say that about the Chargers? They're going to come hit you in the mouth. They're going to play physical, right? Not even.
Yeah, I don't know.
Would you
Would you even
say that about the Phillip Rivers LT?
No, you didn't think of them as a defensive team,
right? You thought of them as they're in San Diego.
Lights out.
Lights Out was doing his thing. I know Sean Merrickman. I know that.
But it was
I might
like
be
Leslie
wrong.
O'Neal and Junior Seau,
Like that-
Rodney Harrison.
yeah,
those were kind of
you know what I mean, like bringing the
Charger
noise,
teams. Yeah.
and the thump.
Like late 90s.
Derwin James, man, he's unreal.
Yeah, but it was always about the Chargers are going to charger this game away.
Correct. Have we seen that yet? Chargers the game away would be giving it back to Kansas City and Brazil to give them a chance to win it.
Yep.
And
well, they almost did it in that game. Remember, Mario Hampton went out of bounds, stopped the clock.
I know that.
Chiefs get the ball back, kick a field goal before the half,
Right.
and you're like, oh, they gave them momentum. That was an old Charger move.
Well, also was
but it didn't bite them this time.
Also was getting a turnover on downs and then immediately fumbling it back to them with 8 minutes to go. But the Chargers defense is just like, we're not today, to use the phrase that we heard from Schlereth earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I guess he never saw Game of Thrones. That's what I always think of when I hear "not today."
Thinking that.
Okay. You got to give it up, man. You got to give it up. Certainly when you look at the other 2-0 teams other than the Bills in the AFC, you're talking about a team that's with Jake Browning now starting for who knows how long for Cincinnati. And then the Colts. Everyone's going to look at them and go, we got Jonathan Taylor on Wednesday show. Everyone's going to look at them as like, when is midnight strike for that carriage to turn back?
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
and it might not. It might not. But at the end of the day, how good will the Ravens be? But in terms of getting in the trenches and hitting you in the mouth, and then having a quarterback that can do the running and the passing, and in terms of the passing, having receivers like Keenan Allen, Ladidi, and Quentin Johnston going deep, 60 yards, taking the top of the defense off. Look out. The Chargers are for real. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.